Hi, I'm Dawn Michelle, and this is Makeup or Breakup Blog. And today I'm so excited to go over some purchases that I got recently from the ULTA Beauty 21 Days of Beauty sale, if that makes sense. The ULTA 21 Days of Beauty. It's still going on, I think, for a couple more days as I film this. But here's my first box because I do have a couple of more shipments coming. So I'm just gonna open this box and show you what I got and discuss it a bit. I'm gonna show you what I found of interest. This time around, there were a couple things that were interesting to me, and luckily it balanced out that my card was also free and clear and paid off, so I was able to utilize and take advantage of that. Okay, so let's see what I have here. Okay, this box is slightly open, but I'm sure it's just for the packaging reasons. Um, This is the product that I've been staring at, and I've been seeing a lot of influencers and people online talking about and saying, oh my gosh, you really have to blah, blah, blah. And this is interesting. Okay. What is this? All right. I'm just opening up real time. The first thing I have in here, again, is actually a foundation. This foundation has been featured over and over again by some of the bigger influencers and the smaller ones. And I said, you know what? If I ever get the opportunity to try it, and the money's right and the timing is right, I'm going to. So this is one of those foundations. And this is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear. I hope I'm saying that right. If not, I will put the phonetics somewhere around here like I normally do on things that I totally butcher. And please forgive me that I didn't say that correctly. But this is from Lancome. This is one of their foundations. They had another one that was on sale for another different day. I just decided, you know what, I'll just stay with this one. I got two different shades on this. It's not a big difference in the shade. One will probably be more on the peachy side than the other, even though they're both neutral. This is 120N, and this number is 235, 235N. Now, you may not see a huge difference. I may not see a huge difference when I put this on, but I said, let me try this because normally whatever is on sale that's featured for the particular day for the 21 Days of Beauty is normally probably 50% off its normal price. So if this is a $40 foundation, then it'll be $20. So I figured, okay, $20 is pricey for a foundation, at least from what you see from my channel on how many are, high end versus drugstore. I tend to have more drugstore because it's more pocketbook friendly for me. But yeah, I'm really excited to try this, and I will be featuring this in an upcoming video. The packaging is pretty. I just can't wait to showcase that. Okay, the next thing I have in here is also from Lancome, I believe, and this is called La Base. And if you can see that, it's similar packaging, but it's a slightly different color. Like the foundation is more like a gold, and I think this is like a silver. And I'll put more of the description down here. Again, this was another case of normally it's a bit out of my price range, but because it was featured as one of the options for a particular day at half off, I decided to go for it. The next thing I have in here is from Fresh. That's one of my favorite brands. And whenever I can get it at a more amenable price for me, I try to pick it up. This is their Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream. I love the scent of rose, even though for a lot of people it kind of smells like old-fashioned. But I love Fresh. And I have been really interested not just in makeup and hair care, but also, as you know, I also adore skincare. So this is what it looks like, the packaging. I wish that maybe one day in the future will come out where you can actually smell the scents of the products. I don't have an aversion to any kind of scents, really. Some people do. Some products are actually heavily perfumed, or it's a scent that they just don't agree with. But for the most part, I've been lucky that I don't have that issue, and I could take it or leave it whether or not it has a scent. So let's see. Okay, this is the packaging here. It has a top cover on there, which is nice. And then you just lift this, if I can lift it. It's so decadent and so very rose. Very like traditional, and I just love how creamy and thick it feels, and feels almost like pudding. It's just gorgeous. Look at that. I just feel like taking this and putting it on my face because my face needs that moisturization. You know, so it is scented. It has a rose scent. If you are not into any kind of fragrances or scents in your skincare, makeup, or hair care products, in this case skincare, then this may not be for you. But this feels glorious being applied to the skin. I love it, and I will definitely be enjoying this. I'm going to keep the lid on this. And I always use clean fingers when I do. It feels glorious. And again, if you're not into the rose scent or you don't like any fragrance or scents in your skincare, this may not be for you. But I have enough. Even with that little bit I put on, I'm able to put it down my neck. It doesn't like absorb into the skin right away. It's amazing how a little goes a long way. Oh, gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. The next thing I have in here is cosmetics. This is one of their brushes, I believe, because I've been staring at the brushes for cosmetics and I felt that I needed a foundation brush, a new one. Although I have some foundation brushes, I'm always eager to try. I adore makeup tools and I'm always on the lookout for what is out there. And this is the It Cosmetics Full Coverage Complexion Brush. Look at that packaging. That's pretty cool. And I'll probably be featuring this when I use it to put on my test run for the foundation from Lancome. And last but certainly not least, I got gifted a little something for my purchase. And this is the Urban Decay All Nighter. This I think is that setting spray. I don't know if this is the new one because they had to deal with another company, Scandavia, and Scandavia had a unique ingredient that they created and that they utilized in order to help the setting power spray to perform well, I guess. And they decided to part ways after so many years, and Scandavia is utilizing it in their mist spray, and I believe Urban Decay probably created their own version. So I'm not sure if this is the new one or the old one, but it was under the title The All Nighter. So that's going to be interesting to try. And I got a little something here, a little advert from Tula Skincare, Wake Up Tired Under Eyes. It doesn't give me a sample of it, but it does talk about it. And Tula, I like Tula. I like their face cleanser, the original one. Love it. So it might be something I might want to figure out for a future purchase, and that will be exciting. So essentially that is it. That's just a peek of what I bought. And essentially that is it for now. I bought some other purchases. They're not here yet. The only thing that I'm kind of like about the 21 Days of Beauty is as you buy, you'll have to pay, a certain thing. And if you don't get the shipping, which is fine, you still have to pay and something else in order for it to be shipped. At least in New York City, that's how it works. So I'm always like, okay, that's an additional, like, let's say 5, 6, whatever, to, process this order each time I make an order. So I always kind of wonder, it would be difficult for ULTA to hold back on something and consolidate everything for it to go in one shipment. So I kind of am also hesitant as well as to how many times I will go and buy something. So I try to consolidate where I can. And if I can't, then I have to just make that, that call of maybe I don't need it, So that's just my take on it. Your purchasing decisions may not be ruled by the almighty pocketbook. Maybe you already have something else that you can use and it's not as deep to make that kind of decisive decision, that kind of decisiveness to make that decision. What do you do as far as how you handle your money and how you determine what purchases you're going to make, whether it's skincare, hair care, makeup, and even other aspects of your life in order to live, like, I don't know, food, groceries, your housing? Let me know in the comments below. I didn't want to get that deep, but we're living in times and a lot of people are living in certain situations where it is that deep. Again, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Have you bought anything from this year's 21 Days of Beauty sale from ULTA? Or have you decided to forego it, as I've done in the past, when I was like, I can't justify the purchases, I don't like the selections, and quite frankly, I'm broke? Again, let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, and even better, hit that subscribe button and a notification bell so you will know when my next video will be up. Thank you again so much for joining me on my latest video adventure, and I hope to see you on my next one. Take care, stay safe. Bye.